Radha Ras Suranidhi by Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur. Verse number 30. Om Anjana Timarandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kalpatruviyascha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Vatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Srimati Radhika is in Nandagown in Krishna's kitchen with many hundreds of Sakhis and Kinkaris, maidservants. Krishna is sitting in the royal dining hall, which is adjacent to the kitchen, with all of his bosom buddies, his Priya Sakhas, his Priyanarma Sakhas, Subal, Madhumangal, his brother, Balaram, and they're taking their breakfast. And we heard something about the exchanges in Sakhiras and Vatsalya Ras between the mothers and the boys, and the boys and the boys, Krishna and the boys. The principal pastime being described in this verse is the pastime between Radha and Krishna, because this book is all about Madhurya Leela, Madhurya Bhav of Radha and Krishna. At this particular time, when Radharani is cooking or serving Krishna by cooking for him so expertly, Amrit Pani Radha Ki Jai. Pani means hands. Her hands are nectar. Her hands themselves are nectar. They are full of nectar, and they produce nectar. Even the touch of Radharani is nectarian. If Radharani touches anyone, they become filled with nectar. But in this case, it was a benediction from Durvasa Muni. He said, from now on, you will be known as Amrit Pani. From your hand, anything that you cook from your hand will be extremely tasty, delicious. And whoever eats your cooking will become healthy, strong, vibrant, and free from all diseases. This is very good cooking. So that's why she's called Amrit Pani. So this verse describes what does she look like. This is the guna mahi of Radharani, the guna mahima, the glories of Radharani's beauty. Vitarana chabim ananta tadil latavam prodana raga maravivala charu murtim premastparam braja mahipati tan mahishor govindavan manasi tam nirahami radham. Translation. Prabodhananda Saraswati, the author of this book, he also has a form, his siddha deha, his pure spiritual body, as an eternal servant of Srimati Radhika and Krishna, is as a Sakhi, friend of Radharani, female friend Sakhi, Tunga Vidya Sakhi, or also he has another Sarup or Siddhadeya as Kinkari or Manjari, which is slightly younger. servant, not exactly equal like a girlfriend, an equality of one girlfriend of similar age, but slightly younger, and orienting herself as rather than equals, but as a servant of Radharani, maidservant, kinkar. Kinkar means servant, kinkar, and kinkari. So he's saying that I place Radhika, whose effulgence, her luster, her effulgence, her chabim, is yellow and red, like innumerable lightning strikes, whose beautiful form is overwhelmed by deep passion, and who is loved by the king and queen of Braj, Nanda and Yashoda, as much as Govinda is in my mind. This is another translation. It's very nice. Golden, these are descriptions of Radharani's transcendental form, her Siddha Sarup, her form, spiritual form. Golden red tinted complexion, because, we'll discuss that. Splendor or effulgence or luster or radiance of unlimited lightning creepers. Most lovely bodily form of thickly condensed super excellent love. Now that's quite a form. Most lovely bodily form of thickly condensed super excellent love. That means prema, Krishna prema. The object of love for the king and queen of Braj, whom they love exactly as they love their son Govinda. I now fix this Radhika within my mind. So obviously this is a sankalpa to his mind. He's speaking to it's an address to his mind. He's adjusting his mind according to a particular meditation. I want to think of this person. Like most of us have a sankalpa. What is that sankalpa? We're always thinking, I want money. I want promotion. I want recognition. I want acceptance. I want a job. Or whatever. But this devotee, on one level we can take this as the aspiration or the prarthana, the prayer of a sadhak, a practitioner of bhakti yoga, rag bhakti, raganuga bhakti, who's telling his mind, listen mind, fill yourself with this form of Radharani, which has all these characteristics and qualities. And why is she exhibiting these particular characteristics? What are the circumstances that bring out these qualities and this appearance? Her complexion is tapta kanchana gaurangi. Her complexion is golden. It's generally described as very brilliant, almost whitish gold. Ask any woman, they know about gold. And ask any man, because he knows how much it costs. He knows the price tag, she knows the lakshana, characteristics of the gold. Ask them, they'll tell you. They have PhDs in gold. There's red, you look at their bangles, they're all different shades. Some are reddish gold, some are bluish gold, which is very rare. I haven't seen in India. There is whitish, they even have terms, white gold, I think so. There's whitish or even white gold. There's the yellow, ask them, they give a better class. There's reddish gold, there's yellowish gold, there's whitish, there's different shades of gold. There's obvious deducement. Every color has a different shade, yellow, etc. Radharani, her complexion changes colors according to her association. So let's see what we have collected over here. It's reddish yellow like lightning. Her golden complexion is tinted with red, and so these are of course metaphors, metaphorical language. These are alankars, ornamental language to just try to create an image, to create an impression within the chitta, within the consciousness. We just say, Radharani is golden. Okay. But now we see in this particular situation, in this particular association, she's with her beloved. She's with her Priyatam. She's with her paramour, Shyam Sundar, Gopinath, Govinda. So her color has changed from whitish gold to reddish gold. What has made her complexion reddish? But there are different aspects of the heart, and Rupa Goswami explains in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that there are different rasas, the Mukhya rasas, Madhurya ras, and Vatsalya ras, and Sakya ras, Dasya ras. And then the Gona rasas, or the supporting rasas, or the complementary or secondary rasas, Hasya ras, laughter, and Vira ras, chivalry and heroism, and Adbhuta ras, amazement, and Vivatsa ras, what was that? Ghastliness, and there's different rasas. They actually each have a different color. And Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he is called Rasaraj. Rasaraj Sri Krishna ki jai. Why? And why is, as we were children and would ask our father, Daddy, why is the sky blue? So we will ask all of you, why is Krishna blue? Did you hear what he said? There are many colors from infrared to ultraviolet and various shades in between, indigo and all these things. And if you mix them together, they become basically black, but we don't see black, we see Ganasham Radhe Radhe, Ganasham Radhe Radhe, Ganasham Radhe Radhe, Ganasham Radhe Radhe, Nikunja me viraje, Ganasham Radhe Radhe, Jane viraje Ganasham Radhe Radhe, Ganasham Radhe Radhe, Ganasham Radhe Radhe, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. You mix all the colors together, you get black. Black is beautiful. If he's Ganasham, Shyam Sundar. When we go into the ocean, there's the Bay of Bengal, there's the Asian Sea, there's the Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Mediterranean Sea, Baltic Sea, Pacific Ocean, and so many Sindhus and oceans. The fact is, the water has different color. You go to the Caribbean or the Bali, and there's aquamarine, green and blue and different colors, depending on the depth of the water. The deeper the water, the darker the color. In the deepest ocean, which has the deepest trenches, underwater trenches that go down for 30,000 meters, very deep, is the Atlantic Ocean. National Geographic Expedition, 1973. I read the article. And they went in a bathoscope and they went down, down, down. They couldn't find the bottom. It's a bottomless pit, fathomless ocean. And dark, deep, dark blue, sham, sham, sham. God, Krishna, Rasraj, cannot but be any other color than darkest of dark blue, because the depth of his love is so deep. The depth and the ability and the flavors of his love is so vast and unmeasurable, there's no other color that matches it. All of the rasas are homogenized or mixed there. His mother's rasa, his father, his friends, his lovers, his servants, the creatures, the rasas of the creatures, and Gulari and Mriga and Harina and Tota and Mayur, all birds, every Pakshi, everything mixed together becomes Sham, Sham, Sham. The mixture of rasas creates Sham. And he is the Raj, he is the king and controller of these rasas. Rasaraj. But because he is interacting with so many. But Radharani, she is also interacting. But Krishna has to absorb, as the ocean absorbs all the lakes run down the mountains and valleys and enter the ocean, and the ocean absorbs all the lakes. So Krishna has to absorb the love and attention from millions of bhaks, millions and millions. So many rivers of devotion. Bhakti Dhira, they're flowing into Krishna, so it becomes so filled and so dark from all these colors of different rasas and bhavas. But Radharani, although she's interacting, her heart is totally saturated with one bhav, with one Shringhar ras, Shringhar. Madanakya Mahabhav, this Madhuri ras. And the color of Shringhar ras is Tapta Kanchana, molten gold. In the field of gold is something like ghee, cow's ghee. And when one is making cow's ghee from butter, say makan, cow's ghee is yellow, and as you're cooking it, as you're slowly heating it and preparing ghee, so much sediment and particle matter mixed inside the ghee, waxes and other things that are solids and other things mixed in the actual ghee or the milk fat of the cow come floating to the surface. And then that's skimmed off. And the longer you cook it, the clearer the ghee gets. It takes about 16 or 18 hours under very low heat to make ghee, if you have 10-20 kilos of butter. Very slow. And if you make something faster than that, it's called butter oil. It's not really ghee. So now, gold is the same way. When you melt gold, it's the same thing. When you take gold nuggets and melt them, raw gold from Mother Earth, and all this junk comes to the top, and you scoop it off. And then if you just melt it once, it's not very bright gold. You melt it and let it get solid, and then melt it again. and melt it and melt it. And each time you melt it, which becomes liquid, and scoop off the scum and debris and everything, non-gold particles, the gold becomes brighter and brighter. So the kavis, the writers of poetry, they say that Radharani's effulgence is like, they say, molten gold, but gold that has been melted and cleansed 1 lakh of times. Taking gold, melting it, it gets solid, melt it, so that's very brilliant. So now it's described that her effulgence, it's described here as saying, it says, Pita Aruna Chabim. Pita Aruna Chabim. Chabim means jyoti, it means luster. Pita, like pitambara, means yellow. And red, Arun, like the rising sun, Aruna. So there's yellow and red. So the yellow is already there. And this is the base color. But the red color is coming from another bhav in Radharani's heart, which is an aspect of her Shringar Ras. And that is her Anurag. Anurag, her intense attachment for Krishna, which is ever fresh. So she's in the kitchen cooking for Krishna. And yes, she's shy. So she's a little shy to look at Krishna directly. But she's looking Radha Kripa Kataksha. From the corners of her eyes, she's stirring the dal and looking out. And she's watching, making hot chapatis or puris, and watching Mother Yashoda serve, because she doesn't serve to Krishna directly. She cooks and gives to Krishna's mother. And then she's seeing Krishna, and as she's seeing Krishna eating what she has cooked with her nectar hands, she's seeing Krishna, oh, I came here yesterday, I cooked for this boy, I don't recognize him. He looks different. He looks extremely attractive. Somehow my heart is feeling as much attraction for this boy as I feel for Krishna. Is this actually Krishna I'm seeing? I'm not sure. So in this type of, that's why it says, the word is here, where is it? Vival, Mada Vival. Mada Vival. Vival means she becomes overwhelmed with Mada. Mada means an intense madness. Because if you imagine if you see someone every day and all of a sudden you look at them, do I know you? Generally we think the person is suffering from a mental derangement, amnesia, temporary forgetfulness. Someone cracked your motherboard and your memory got shot. You hit your head on a board or fell down. Oh, look at your wife. Who are you? I'm your wife. Wife? What's wife? So that's a good thing to forget. But unfortunately, it's one of those unforgettable experiences. They don't allow you to forget. So the conclusion is, don't get yourself in a situation where you have to remember a wife, whom you'll never forget. This is encouragement to the brahmachari. That's one unforgettable experience we don't want. So now, simply by describing this color of Radharani in this first line, Pitarana Chabim. Pitarana Chabim. So these are Guna Mahima, the glories of what changes her beautiful form exhibits in the presence of her beloved. Seeing him in a newer, we say that Krishna's Navayovanam Sri Krishna ki. Yeah. He's always ever fresh, ever useful, ever playful.
The last one.
Yes. New means to this extent. Not only new that he never tells the same joke twice, Or he never wears the flower over his ear in the same way, or he never wears the same flower. Sometimes he puts the lotus flower over the right ear, sometimes over the left ear, sometimes he twirls it, sometimes he puts it in his chudamani, or chura, whatever it's called, his top knot on his hair. You look, hey Saki, Deko. Shamsundar, see, look at his kamal. It's over his left ear. Oh, yesterday it was on his right ear. So this is newer and newer features of the same person. So that's the Nava Yovanam aspect of Krishna. Ever useful and always some new presentation. But Anurag is the internal perturbation of the heart. The vibration of the heart changes in such a way that eyes are working and seeing the lotus flower over the ear and the person with the flute and the beautiful hair. But the heart is thinking, this bhav comes over. That's why it's called a vival, Mada Vivala. She becomes somewhat bewildered. And then that bewilderment of her heart and mind, seeing her Krishna taking his prasad and joking with his friends and then sometimes Radharani turns to her Sakhi and says, Hey Vishaka, hey Vishake, who is that? Where's Krishna? Are we in Nanda Bhavan? Yeah. Yes, of course. We come every day. What are you saying? Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. But I see Dauji, I see my brother is there, Sridham, I see Subal, Madhamangal. But who is that person next to Dauji? Vishaka says, Are Saki, kya hoga? What's going on? What happened? This Krishna. We came yesterday, 24 hours ago, we were here cooking for him. We were just dancing with him 5 hours ago in the Rasa dance. It's only 7:30 now, at 2 o'clock you were dancing in the Rasa Mandala, Jamuna Pulina. Acha? Him? Yes. He's very nice. He's eating my cooking. And so this is what's being said here in the first line. Now he talks about Radharani's effulgence, and then he talks about her beautiful form. He's overwhelmed by his charu murtim. We described some of that already in the second line. Prod anuraga, it says proda. Prod anuraga madavivala charu murtim. Proda means very concentrated, advanced, condensed. Proda anurag, we describe. Madavivala charu murtim. Her murti, Radha murti, her form, is charu. Charu is very beautiful. Some of the translators are saying beautiful, some are saying lovely, charming. These are particulars, these are the details of meditation. Nam, Rup, was it? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. So we have, Smarana means remembrance. And we have in the yoga system, we have Yama, Niyama, Asan. Yama, Niyama, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahara, collecting the senses, withdrawing the senses, Dharana, holding, Dhyan, Dhruvana, Smriti, and Samadhi. So in meditation, or Dhyan, there's a subject of meditation. Lila, Dhyan, meditating on Lila. Rup Dhyan, meditating on a form. Gun Dhyan, Nam Dhyan, meditating on the name. You can also meditate on the name, Krishna, Radha. And to facilitate that meditation, the Nam Sadhakas, the Bhajananandis, Nam Bhajananandis, if they're simply meditating on the name, they chant the name and they meditate on the Artadam, Nam Artadam, Mantra Arta. It's called Mantra Arta Chintata, or the Artadam, the art. Mantra Arta Chintata. They meditate on the meaning of the name. They're chanting and meditating the name. Gora, Hari. Yes. And it depends on the meditation, how deep it is, how much absorption there is, and how much it's supported, how much background that meditation has, how much background of that meditation must be supported by a background or a foundation of Sharanagati, surrender, Seva, and Kripa. These are the foundation of the dhyan. Anyway, okay, now I'm doing dhyan. Okay. Krishna's name means Krishna, 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 Anand, Krishna, Karshati, the attractor, Anand, bliss. That attractor, that beautiful form which attracts my mind with its enchanting Dhira Lalita, Nayak, Bhav, or beautiful qualities, Krishna, Karshan. And that attraction is so compelling and so absorbing, it's filling me with bliss, joy. You can meditate. This is the meaning. Krishna. Krishna. Krishna Karshati Ananda. But you won't get far if there's no foundation. Seva, Sharanagati. Bhakti means seva. Vaishnava seva, Guru seva, Krishna seva, Dham seva, so much seva. And Kripa. Mahant Kripa. And with this foundation, then that dhyan gives some experience on spurti. So that's Nam, meditating on name. And another way of doing Nam dhyan, I'm giving an example. Yes? You follow? Everyone's clear where we're going? It's some logic, you understand? We're talking about different forms of dhyan, Rup dhyan, this, that. So another form of Nam dhyan is that they do the Tatrak, meditating, Tatrak. And the yogis, they do concentrated meditation on candle flame or a spot on the wall in front of them. At eye level, they sit in Padmasana or Siddhasana or whatever, usually Siddhasana or Padmasana. And they control their sitting, their posture very perfectly. And then they're breathing by pranayama. And then they look at this spot on the wall. Or a mandala, sometimes they have these mandala posters, they have these mandalas with concentric circles. You've seen? And then sometimes they use yantras. But that's a different type of thing. But so that's called Tatrak, and then they just stare at that. And then it opens up different windows because it controls the manovritti. The manovritti becomes pacified. Because the concentration, all of the thoughts become collected on the point. Because the breathing slows down the movements of the mind, they become collected on the point. And then their concentration is focused on the Agya chakra. This is here. So all the thoughts are going to there, and then that all those thoughts are traveling on the vision, on the rays of the vision, looking at that spot. The eyes may be half closed also, but not fully. They can't see the spot or the candle flame. You can read in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, Krishna is describing the meditation. He says, Madhya Bru. He said the yogi, Madhya Bru. Bru means, it's interesting in Sanskrit, Bru means eyebrow. Eyebrow is Bru. Interesting. Well, because Sanskrit is the mother of all languages, as you must be knowing. Also the mother of French, all the languages, the mother of all languages, Matabhasha, or whatever is Sanskrit. So in English, eyebrow, yes? It's called Bru. So Krishna says, you should you should focus, stare at the point between the eyebrows. So this is a chakra. Yogi Raj, yes? Agya chakra. So now the Nam Sadakas, there's very similar, some of the ideas of yoga, because this is Bhakti Yoga. So we also have Yama, and we have Niyama, and we have Asana, and we have Pranayama, and we have Pratyahara, and Dharana, and Dhyanam, and Dhruva Anusmriti, and we have Samadhi. Otherwise it can't be a yoga system. Ashtanga yoga system is Ashta Anga, 8 limbs. These are the limbs. They are 8 limbs without bhakti. We are 8 limbs, we are 9 limbs. Navanga, Navavida Bhakti, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam, Arshna Mananam Sakyam Dasyam Sakyam Atma Navedanam. So now the Nam Sadhaka is doing Nam Dhyan. He writes, he has it written in Bengali or Hindi, or English, he has the Mahamantra written, Hare, Krishna, Rama. And it's at eye level, like the candle flame, like the mandala, like the spot. And he's doing all the same things, but he has mala, japa mala, tulsi mala. And he's chanting Hare Krishna mantra, and he's just meditating on the sound vibration he's collecting and hearing, and all his dharana, his collection, his concentration, he's holding nam dharana, he's holding the vibration of the name in his consciousness. And he's looking at those letters, right, of the mantra, and that's his meditation. He just keeps looking. There's thousands of Gaudiya Vaishnavas that chant like this, japa. And if one does that, they see what happens. How much concentration, and how much, even it's told, from those letters of that, it's some ink and some paper on the wall, because those letters, Hare Krishna, they are Krishna. Krishna's Rupam and Radha's Rupam. They see in those letters, right? They see Radha and Krishna, Hare Krishna. Huh? This is something amazing. So this particular verse, Saraswati Pad, Srila Saraswati Pad, is describing Rup Dhyan. Fix not the letters in your mind, fix not the mantra artha chintata, not the meaning of the mantra, but fix the form of Radharani in the mind. Per these specific instructions of this shloka. Piece by piece, and with understanding and commentaries, and then the foundation, Sharanagati, and Seva, and Kripa. This is the Mahima of Radharani. So her form is like that. And then a very interesting point here is being told. It says that Premasparam Braja Mahipati Tan Mahishur. Mahipati Mahishi. Mahishi means queen, Mahipati means king. Mahipati, and Mahishi, the Dwarka Mahishi is the queen of Dwarka. Premaspadam, it means that Aspadam means abode, that Radharani is the abode of love. She is the Premashraya, the Krishna Prem. She is the shelter, the reservoir, the unlimited lake and ocean of Krishna's love. And any devotee that wants to serve Krishna, he must ride on a wave of Radharani's love. If any devotee wants to serve Krishna, he must catch a wave on the ocean of Radharani's Prem Sindhu. Without the support of Radharani, the ocean supports the waves. Yes? Yes, no? Yes, no. So the waves of devotion, they are supported, they are connected to Radharani, because Bhakti Devi is Radharani. Bhakti Devi is Radharani's Amsha, expansion. The king and queen of Braja are Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya. Yashoda Maya ki. Nanda Baba ki. They have a son named Krishna, Nandalal, Yashoda Dulal. Nanda Nandan, Yashoda Nandan. And Radharani is the daughter of Vrishabhanu and Kirtida. No relation to them by family. But the verse, and it's a fact, that Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, they love Radharani. They see she is the abode of love, and they love her as much as they love their own son, Krishna. This is very rare. You will love your daughter, and you will love your son, and you will maybe love children in general, but certainly you'll love your own children the most. It's natural, obvious. But Mother Yashoda, she loves Radharani as much as Krishna. And she feels like she's her daughter. So this is, because this whole scene here is Yashoda's interacting with Radharani. Radharani's cooking in preparations, and then Yashoda's saying, oh, and receiving them and saying, what is this? Because something special she makes, because she makes something different. Varieties. Variety is the mother of enjoyment. So she has the bowl, some beautiful clay pot or golden pot with some cloth over it, some salad or some sabjis, different preparations. And she hands it to Mother Yashoda. And Mother Yashoda says, and this? And this? In other words, and this means, and what is this? Oh, this is, acha, I'll ask you later the recipe. I don't have time now, I have to serve it. So it's still hot. So then Mother Yashoda takes it and she goes out, and because she wants to know, what it is to tell the customer, to tell Krishna. He says, oh Lala, this sabji, very, very special. Radharani made especially for you. This is, this and that, and this is deep fried lotus stems soaked in tomato sauce, and lotus stems, and fried in ghee, and this and that, and this spice. And it's very, very good. You try it. So Krishna says, it's very good. So now this Yashoda, who is interacting with this Radharani, who's coming every morning to cook Krishna's breakfast, she's thinking, this girl is so beautiful. She should be my daughter. She should live in my house. In fact, she even told her husband when they were making the palace, she said, listen, make sure you make one bedroom for Radharani. So in Nanda Maharaj's palace, in the house of Krishna, there's one bedroom for Radharani, official. Her name's on the door. And there's one bedroom for Vrishabhanu, her father, and one for her mother, and one for her sister, Anangamandri, and one for her brother, Sridham. That's really called opulent house. 5 guest rooms. Reserved. And in Barsana, there's a room for Krishna in Radharani's house. Because when it's Janmashtami, as we told the other day, when it's Janmashtami, everyone goes to Krishna's party, birthday party. Especially Vrishabhanu and his wife Kirtida, and their son and 2 daughters, Anangamandri and Radhika and Sridham. And it's a 4-day party, birthday party. And Radharani they party and they dance and they eat and they play all day, and so many games that they play together, and then they sleep. Radharani sleeps every night. Then when it's Radharani's birthday, then Krishna, everyone packs up and goes off to Barsana. Barsane wali radhe, shi radhe radhe radhe. Okay. So, because some people complain, why all this kirtan? We want katha. Okay, that's fine. And other people complain, too much katha. We should have more kirtan. Now what to do? This is a dilemma. It's short time. Time is short. Desire is big. It's life in general. This sums up life in general. Time is short. Desire is long. Many, many desires. So, It just goes according to its own will. Kirtan, we started class the other day, Chaitanya Bhagavat. It was going 20 minutes, remember? And all of a sudden, Kirtan. And then class, that was it, Hogya. Then Kirtan for 20 minutes. But this is Kirti, effusive, spontaneous glorification of your Ishta. Kirti, Tan, Kirti Tan, Kirtan, Sankirtan. Govindavan manasitam, Nidadami radam, Nidadhami radam. Very beautiful. If you know Sanskrit, you can really relish it. Govindavan manasitam, Nidadami radam. I mean, I'm like 10,000 light years from Sanskrit, but at least I can fold my hands and bow my head and say, Balo, Balo. Very good, very sweet, Madur. Isn't it? Of course, I'm not very expert, but Govindavan manasitam, Niradami radham. It sounds like a drum or something. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't it? It's music. Language is music. Poetry is language in motion. Dancing language is poetry. Language that dances. Language with a bounce. Right? Language that rocks. No. Feeling, isn't it? Language with feeling. Emotive. Emotive language is poetry. It brings out emotions. That's what the word emotive means, in case you don't know. Now you know. So he's saying Niradhami. He's saying Niradhami, he says, it means take this Radha into your mind. Put this in your mind. We have a lot of things in our mind, yes? Is Radha in our minds? No. But a bhakta, Krishna bhakta, the best way to please Krishna, love me, love my servant. I don't want to say that thing. Love me, love my... That's not nice. We're editing that. Love me, love my servant. So, if we have Radha in our mind, Age Radha, Piche Radha, Bhaya Radha, Daya Radha, Anta Radha, Bahir Radha, Upar Radha, Niche Radha, right? Namaste. Radha is on my, I don't know, my Hindi is 0, but I'm having fun. And you're having more fun because you don't know what I'm saying, and you think I'm saying one thing, but because I don't know how to pronounce it, so whatever you can catch, that's your fun. But basically, in English I would say that Radharani's on my right, Dhaya, Radharani's on my left, Bhaya. She's on Age, she's in front of me, she's behind me, she's above me, she's below me, she's within me, she's without me. Everywhere Radha. This is the Krishna Bhakta. And a Radha Bhakta. So, if you're always thinking of Radha, Krishna will be there automatically. If you're always thinking of Krishna, Radha will be there automatically. So the best thing to do is always meditate on Radha and Krishna. So therefore we chant Hare Krishna because Hare is Radharani and Krishna is Krishna. And Hare is Radharani and Rama is Radharaman. Mero Radha Ramana Giridhari Giridhari Shama Vanavari. Mero Radha Ramana Giridhari Giridhari Shama Vanavari. Giridhari Shama Vanavari. Giridhari Shama. Mero Radha Ramana Giridhari. Mero Radha Mero Radha Ramana Bihari. Radhe 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 Krishna 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 Radhe 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This is Radha Rasa Sudanidhi. We're discussing about Radha Guna Mahima. Lavanya Sara Rasa Sara Sukaika Sara Karunya Sara Madhura Chabi Rupa Sare Vaidagya Sara Ratikeli Vilasa Sare Radha Bideva Mamano Kila Sara Sare. Srila Saraswati Pad is glorifying Srimati Radharani's qualities, and by these 6 qualities he's saying that Radharani is the essence of the essence, which means the quintessence of everything. So she's the Karunya Sara, she's the essence of compassion. That's one of Radharani's 26 qualities actually also. Sanatana Shiksha and Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya is enunciating beautiful qualities of Radharani, 25 qualities. And one of them is, number 11, is merciful, always very merciful, always full of mercy or compassion. And it's described as karuna. Karuna is described, usually, oftentimes, karuna is defined as compassion, but Jaiva Dharma and teachings of Lord Chaitanya and Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada and also the translators of Jaiva Dharma, they translate the word karuna to mean mercy, like kripa. Somehow they choose mercy over compassion, but they're basically the same. All 3 say merciful, always very merciful, and always full of mercy. And the quality is, this says karuna, karuna purna. Technically, I think karuna means compassion. Karuna purna Radharani ki. So this is Radharani's 11th quality. And Saraswati Pad is glorifying it here, and it's in his list it's number 4, or number 4 of her quintessential qualities. And this is, in other words, Radharani is the essence of compassion. So what does compassion mean, first of all? So Ramanuja writes in one commentary on Vedanta Darshan, Daihi Nama Sarvarta Nirapeksha Para Dukkha Sahishnata. What is the definition of compassion? Because if we're talking about something, then we should know what we're talking about. If somebody has compassion, everyone nods, yes, compassion. I say, what does compassion mean? So, I don't know. Then you don't know what we're talking about. So we say she's the essence of compassion, then first of all we have to know what is compassion, what is that quality which she is the essence of. This is logical. So we have to understand what is compassion. And in his verse I mentioned from Ramanujacharya, he defines compassion as that one who gives up all selfishness and cannot tolerate the suffering of others. Compassion. With passion, with energy, with motion, with force, with movement.
passion means movement, but I mean, in our we say mode of passion. What passion means in English, passion means emotional, very emotional. Well, he's full of passion, a passionate love affair. Means extremely fiery and emotional love affair. So compassion means full of passion. Compassion with passion or full of passion means one has lots of feelings for others. Because why? You can't have feelings for others. If you're selfish, you can't have feelings for others. Because you're too preoccupied with yourself and collecting happiness and good feelings and making yourself feel good. Because you're selfish. You want to make yourself feel good, so you can't be compassionate because you're always looking for and worried about number one. In your life, there's no number two. There's no number 3 and 4. But in the life of a compassionate person, everybody else is number 1, and I don't have a number. I don't rate. My value is not that I'm number 1, but my value is in serving you. My value is in helping others and attending to their needs and wants and alleviating their distress and their sufferings. That is my passion, my burning interest is to help you. Passion means a burning, all-consuming desire or passion. So I have a burning, all-consuming desire to help others, which means selflessness, not selfishness. So this is some of the idea of compassion. A compassionate humanitarian or welfare worker. So it means a person has given up all selfishness and he cannot tolerate the suffering, see the suffering of others. People are suffering because they're not hearing the name of Krishna. So let me say Hare Krishna. Every time I have a chance to talk to someone, they should hear Hare Krishna from my lips. Why am I afraid to sing it? Oh, it's my husband's business partner. It's my mother-in-law. It's my grandmother. They're all in Maya. Whatever their designation is, it's one. They have forgotten God. They're suffering because of their forgetfulness. And they're suffering because of their identity, false identity with the material body. I am mother-in-law, I am mother, I am sister, I am boss, I am employee, I am client, I am relative. It's all a cause of suffering. Anything less than God consciousness is a cause of suffering and bondage. And God consciousness is a source of joy and liberation. And you should be an agent of joy and liberation. But at least you can give the holy name out, and somebody, when they answer the phone and say Hare Krishna, and they say, what? Hare Krishna. Oh, is it? And then people will be startled. Is this the usual person in Maya that I call all the time? Is this so and so? 907-492 or whatever, 987. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Oh, I'm initiated now. I'm chanting this mantra. Anyway, is your husband there? Your wife there? It's not going to, if they're sure that it's the right number, they'll still pursue their business. Do you think so? And if they say, oh, you said Hare Krishna, I don't want to talk to you, and they hang up the phone, then do you lose anything by not talking to such a foolish person? No. And if they have half a brain, if they're half sensible, they'll continue the line of the conversation of why they call and say, is your husband there? Is your wife or daughter there? Is son there? Or are you there? Are you coming or doing or this or that? But at least they pause for a moment in their entire unlimited sojourn in Maya to think about God because you said Hare Krishna when you answered the phone. Krishna himself says only preach to the innocent, submissive, which is like 1 in 50 billion. Someone's genuine, sincere, and transparent and comes to you and says, I'm suffering, I'm really suffering. Can you tell me about God? I heard you're a godly person. That person you can actually preach to. But everyone thinks they're not suffering, including your mother's about to die. She thinks, I'm doing great. I'm enjoying. Isn't this a grand illusion of Maya? When Yamraj asked Yudhisthira, what is the most amazing thing? The most amazing thing is everybody's dying everywhere. My relatives, but everyone's thinking, I will never die. And the second thing as part of that is everyone is suffering unlimitedly, but everyone is thinking, I'm not suffering. There's so much covered and so much cheating themselves. They don't want to face the facts. They're all living a hoax. Everyone's living a hoax. a bluff. Every single person is living a bluff and a hoax. They're convincing themselves and brainwashing themselves, I am happy. It's a grand illusion. Everyone's absorbed in it. Every single person you know is an illusion. They're all in Maya. And you're helping them stay in Maya because you're never ever reminding them of God because you're afraid. You don't have faith or confidence or philosophical depth. When you have faith and confidence and philosophical depth, you don't fear anything. Hare Krishna. So the compassion is, at least we'll say Hare Krishna. This is how this quality of Radharani should manifest in Radharani's bhaktas. But we want to be in Maya, so we're afraid. We don't want Krishna. Krishna's in the temple. I chanted my rounds, now I want to go out and play in Maya. I hung up my beads on the hook. So we should be karuna like Radharani. Compassion means that one gives up his selfishness. You're worried about yourself. You're not thinking of pleasing Krishna. What's the most pleasing thing to Krishna? Spread his name and fame and glories all over the world. Prithiviti Ashira Nagarati Gram Sarva Pracharam Moranam Sarva Pracharam Moranam. Everywhere my name will be preached. She left the spiritual world to come and distribute the holy name to the people of the world. Half of Gauranga is Radharani, and the other half is Krishna. So Radharani's karuna is coming out of Krishna's karuna is Radharani's Shakti. Karuna's Shakti is Radharani. Her compassion is that she's traveling all over India. Krishna is traveling all over India, a unified form of mercy, giving out the holy name to everybody. Compassion means that one gives up all selfishness and one cannot tolerate the suffering of others. These feelings are not possible toward dead matter, only toward living beings. Although the soul is by nature transcendental, it is still fully under control of time, karma, Maya, and God. In Priti Sandara, Jiva Goswami also discusses something about compassion. He calls Anukampa. Anukampa Chapurne Pi.
Bhavata samasya Buddha Kanda Bhagavate Kamani Vishesha Shubham Govindam Adi Purusham Yamaham Bhajam Hari Yasasakam Devi Sivanti Vashanti Shri Ram Jagati Anandachi Mayasi Tula Vigrasya Govindam Adipurusham Brahmaham Pujavi Govindam Adipurusham Jaya Jaya Shama Sundar Jaya Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Shama Sundar Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Jaya Radha Maritha Shakarada Maritha Shakarada Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri, Jai Radhe, Jaya 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 Bala Deva Jaya Shri Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Bala Deva Jaya Shri Jaya Gaurani Jaya Jaya Gaurani 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 Jaya Ugrana Simha Jaya Ugrana Simha Ugrana Simha Jaya Ugrana Simha Ugrana Simha Ugrana Simha Jaya Ugrana Simha Jaya Ugrana Simha Palava Simha, Jaya Palava Simha, Palava Simha, Palava Simha. Jaya Shodamaya Jaya Damodara, Yashodamaya Jaya Damodara. Dhira Jaya Dhira
Krishna, Krishna,
Jaya Shri Krishna, Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Thank you. Immigration office, mission program. Japanese by effort.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all for delicious. Thank you. Going to Guru Puja and Damodara Sakha. See you later. Hari Hari Bo. Have a wonderful day. Wonderful day. Full of meanings.